The US government is buying Bitcoin. It's not yet the Federal Reserve, but it's getting pretty close to that. It's pretty much the next best thing. Look at this. North Carolina House advances bill to study virtual currency, including Bitcoin. So this isn't yet the purchase, but it is the first step towards this. House Bill 721, a bill to be entitled An Act to Study Holding of Bullion and Virtual Currency and their potential benefits and whether to establish a North Carolina bullion depository for such assets. So precious metals and virtual currencies are pretty much been bulked in the same category. And this is great news, right? This is how Bitcoin maximalists always saw adoption improving over time. Bitcoin as being the replacement for gold, the store of value that doesn't have as much inflation. First, it's being purchased by the individual, then by the institutional investor, and finally by the different governments, because Bitcoin is agnostic to government policies. And so this reminds me of a meme. What is Bitcoin really backed by? Bitcoin just being this virtual Ponzi scheme, a pyramid scheme, a greater fool's theory game. And so Bitcoin, what are you backed by? I'm not backed by anything. I'm the one who backs everything. An interesting take on the whole situation, right? Instead of buying government bonds that are backed by the governments that tend to default, it's simply just a matter of time, right? Are they defaulting in 20 years or in 200 years? Bitcoin cannot default. Gold cannot default. But gold is more inflationary. There is more mining of gold than of Bitcoin. And there's a lot of storage costs associated with gold. Transportation isn't that easy either. Long-term growth continues to be stable. Long-term holding continues to be stable. Bitcoin becomes a real asset that you can save in, despite all the volatility. The tokenomics over the long term will bail you out. I simply just dollar cost average into Bitcoin regularly. So in the end, the volatility even works in favor of you because you have sometimes the opportunity to buy in low.